The Scout Zone was first held at Gillow Park, which is the UK Scouting headquarters, at 11 AM on Sunday the 5th of September 2021, when a commemorative plaque to the Scouts Marr and Mooney was officially unveiled. The intention is then to pass on, share and hold the Scout Zone with fellow Scouts around the world, all along the original route of the Quest 1921 to 1922 voyage, exactly 100 years after Quest arrived at each location. This will include the Antarctic Peninsula using a facsimile of the commemorative plaque. After returning from Antarctica, the Quest 2021 team plan to hold the final reunion Scout Zone ceremony at Fordall Firs Scottish Scouting headquarters, where a replica commemorative plaque will also be installed. We are also doing this as a cub pack, with as many other cub packs as can do the same around the world on or before February 15, 2022.
The commemorative plaques read: Remember James William Slessor Marr, 1902 to 1965, and Norman Erland Mooney, 1905 to 1945, who took part in the 1921 Shackleton Quest expedition.
S. The Shackleton Rowett expedition of 1921 to 1922 was financed by the Shackleton's friend, the businessman and philanthropist John Aquila Rowett. They had met during their school days at Dulwich College, London. In September 1921, the expedition sailed on the ship Quest, with plans to survey the islands and navigation routes of the southern oceans. On the 5th of January 1922, upon arrival at the island of South Georgia, Sir Ernest Shackleton, who was ill, died on board Quest.
H.
The Boss as I Knew Him. An extract from the book of the Quest written in 1929 by Dr. Leonard Hussey, who was a member of Shackleton's last two expeditions. Sir Ernest Shackleton had a great admiration for the Boy Scout movement, so much so that he took two scouts, Marr and Mooney, with us on the last expedition on the Quest. Sir Ernest was one of the greatest Englishmen the world has ever seen. We lost our best friend when he went. He played the game.
A.
The Shackleton Rowett expedition is the first polar expedition to involve Scouts. Following nationwide recruitment, Scouts Norman Mooney and James Marr were selected to join the crew of Quest. Mooney, from Orkney, was badly affected by seasickness and returned home from Madeira a few weeks into the voyage. James Marr, from Aberdeen, went on to become a marine biologist and polar explorer in his own right, publishing a detailed work on the natural history of Antarctic krill.
C.
The Kent Scouts ReQuest 2021 Antarctic Research Project marks the centenary of the Shackleton Rowett expedition. A team of 10 scouts from Kent and Scotland explored the waters and islands of the Antarctic during January 2022. In keeping with the spirit of the original expedition, ReQuest 2021 is carrying out research projects with themes of peace, heritage and environment, and aims to leave a lasting legacy to inspire young people to explore the world around them. The project itself had 10 objectives which will slowly unveil themselves on the cards in front of you. Number 1 was voyage. Number 2, projects. 3, centenary. 4, plaques. 5, outreach. 6, Thames. Number 7 is Plymouth. Shackleton was number 8. 9, links. And legacy 10.
K.
10 to the power of 3. The project can be summed up as 10 to the power of 3. 10 scouting ambassadors, 8 from Kent and 2 from Scotland, sailing on a tall ship to Antarctica. 100 years after the original Shackleton Rowett Quest expedition back in 1921. Thousands of young people engaged and educated about the 3 key lessons of peace, environment and heritage to be learned from this amazing, fragile, frozen southern continent.
Ernest Shackleton died of heart failure in the early hours of the morning of 5th of January 1922. The last diary entry records his thoughts as the ship approached South Georgia. 4th of January 1922. At last, after 6 days of turmoil and anxiety, on a peaceful sunshining day, we came to anchor in Rivkin. How familiar the coast seemed as we passed down. We saw with full interest the places we struggled over the boat after the boat journey. Now we must speed all we can, but the prospect is not too bright. Labour is scarce. The old smell of dead whale permeates everything. It truly is a strange and curious place. A wonderful evening. In the darkening twilight I saw a lone star hover, gem-like above the bay.
E.
This is an extract from a poem called Following On. It was written by Robert Harding, and it's from the Book of the Quest, which he wrote in 1929. Why am I here? To do such work he nobly left behind, to tread his trail in storm and freezing wind, his ache to feel and also strength of heart, to be like him and bear the harder part, to fight that polar mountain, start and drear. That's why I am here.
T.
Nothing is impossible was Baden-Powell's introduction to the Book of the Quest, 1929. Nothing is impossible if we set our minds to it. 21 years ago, 25 scouts were in the world. If anyone had said we'll go on and raise 2 million to be distributed over every country over the globe, people would have said, no, not possible. But the Jamboree this year will show that the impossible has been attained in the short space of 21 years. The Scouts should be taught to kick the I-N from the word impossible.
O.
And this is an extract from Into the Frozen North. It's some of the fine words from Ma's 1923 book, Into the Frozen North. Most poignant yet, inspiring of all my memories, there is that of the lonely cross, outlined against the whirling drive of the South Georgian sleet. The sign which remains to tell of the great spirit that led us forth and died, yet lives again, as a magnet to draw the brave away from the sleek comforts of life into the outer world of daring, where men may gaze in awe upon the wonders of the Lord.
M. Shackleton.